What's good? It's your girl Amani Caesar. Smoke.
Boy, Dre, they forever, baby.
Brian Reeves, Director 70 times 7.
Man, it's your boy, Artist.
The girl Tasia name. Girl named Masam.
Jim Spook, one half back in business podcast.
Era, the Gap 2 Diva.
Big stuff.
Are you Milan? Here, Milan.
It's your girl, Flaming Gina.
This Auntie P again.
Boy, Lou.
Ebony, aka Ebony with an I. I'm from the Big Head Radio Show, and I'm
With the King Teeth Network, huh?
We've been grinding, and we around some people who've been working, who've been grinding. So I got somebody that not only has some knowledge to give, but some opportunities to create as well. I have the owner of Ghost Kitchen. My boy Sky Too Hot, you ready? We got Vernon Jeffery in the building.
What's up?
How are you, man?
Chilling.
Well, thank you for being here.
I appreciate it for having me, man.
Of course, this is the King Teeth Network. And we would love to start with where can they find you, and what all do you do? Because I said one thing, but you do so many others. And this is yours too.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you can catch me on Instagram at King Cash V. Threads. Everybody familiar with Threads?
No.
The new Twitter. Oh, okay. So you can catch me on there.
Talk to me.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
yeah. He up on everything.
Yeah, so Threads is a new platform that they doing that's kind of like Twitter. So Elon Musk and the other guy, they've been going back and forth.
Swear, I didn't even see that yet.
Yeah, so you can catch me on Threads at King Cash V as well. Those are the only two platforms I use, and then my YouTube at King Cash V as well too.
Okay, see, money calling.
Nah,
Look at that.
we good.
But we got to get into everything that you do. So we're here to specifically talk about credit and what you do in the space and how you've seen it evolve from the PPPs and the loans that people are taking out, and how it hurt a lot of communities instead of helping it because of what they did with the money and how they should have maybe used it. So I kind of want to get into your backstory of how you kind of got into credit and real estate and all of those things.
Well, actually, how I really got into real estate is funny. I was staying with a girl, and had got put out, and I had to move back home. So I told myself, man, I had told my mother, I was just like, man, listen, it was my first time coming back home from leaving the house. I said, I ain't come back home after this. I had moved out, and so I was sleeping on the couch. And I was like, man, I don't want to sleep on the couch. So I was working. I grinded, working. This when houses were still like really low.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like 10,000, 7,000, 15,000.
Okay.
So I had to start grabbing house. So I would buy a house a year, and then I would house hack. So I would grab two families. So I would like, and it's actually the first one I grabbed. I went on YouTube to learn how to do a lot of work myself.
YouTube University,
Yeah,
baby. We done
so,
talked about it.
It's funny because the first one, I couldn't figure out how to get this wallpaper off. And so I just ended up 1/4 inch drywall in the whole room, right on top of the wall.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that's how I started. So I started with just the house hacking, and I would live in one half and rent out the other half.
Wow.
So I was basically living for free and still
Yep.
making passive income. And then after the year went on, then I would be looking for another project, and then I would purchase another one and just build my portfolio up like that.
Wow.
So that's like actually how I actually got into real estate. So it was really to have a place to stay. And then when I got into it, I actually liked it. Then when I started to like understand about how the property can, once I put the money into it, the value will go up and different things like that.
So real estate really opened your eyes to business and basically the game of adding passive income. Like those types of words is what we need in the community. Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like understanding passive income and why that's important. So were you working a job your first?
Yeah. So
Okay.
so I was working, and it's actually that was the last job that I actually worked.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, but what really changed my mindset is just kind of how I just grew up. See, I grew up really where it was a time where we got into party promotion so young. So I was making, I'm talking in high school, I'm 9th, 10th, 11th grade, where I'm doing a party in the weekend, and I was getting $1,000. That was a lot of money to me in high school.
In high school?
So $1,000, right, a week, sometimes $2,000 a week doing 2 parties and stuff like that. So so I had like a lot of older promotion companies and stuff that was around. Then we just started doing our own thing, and then actually, yeah. So like Schoolhouse, Latif, a lot of people back in the day, John S. Knight Center, stuff like that. And actually, a guy that really helped me out is a guy named Billy Ray. He used to own the Kamikaze.
Really?
So I was kind of like really one of the first people to actually do events there.
Wow.
And,
so how'd you get that plug?
Actually, he saw what I was doing as far as with events with other people and gave me the opportunity. And honestly, the very first event that I was able to do, he actually gave me the venue for free.
What?
And we ended up just splitting everything down the middle. Then as I made money, I started to understand the business more. And I just asked, hey, if I just rent it from you at the price, it'd probably be a little bit more.
Yep.
But let me just pay you out because I know what we're going to make at the end of the night.
Yeah, the potential.
Yeah, the potential. So that's really where it started as far as like.
So you take risks, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you don't do no risk, you ain't gonna make no money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's also about what kind of risk. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that because you got to take educated risk.
Right.
So
calculated,
Calculated. What does a calculated risk look like? Not just when you get the PPP loan and you spend it on the vacation. Like, what does the calculated risk look like?
A pen and paper.
Talk to me because I'm listening. Because you
like,
got to.
A lot of people. So they talk about a lot. What they want to do is on their mind. So for me, what works best for me, I like to write stuff down.
Yeah.
So it gives you a format of, okay, what is it that you want to do, how you want to do it, and you do it in steps. And checking it off for me is, it shows like, okay, cool, I did that piece and that part, I can move on to the next. Right. So that lets me see the whole concept of what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
And then I can also weigh the pros and the cons.
Wow.
I mean, as they showed us in school, I call it, was it like a 3 bubble method, to where you weigh out your good, your bad, and what's in the middle.
Real shit.
So
he took stuff from school, y'all. God damn. I think this might be the first interview, but they was like, "No, school did something."
No, for sure. And that's the thing I tell people, like, I don't look at people in a way to where it's like I can't learn.
Right.
You can learn something from everybody. Even if I meet somebody else on the street that's less fortunate, just having a conversation with them, you can learn a lot of stuff.
Change everything, yeah.
It can change a lot of stuff. Even learning how they got in the predicament that they got in, for you not to get in that predicament.
Come on now.
So it's all about just being willing to listen and
Yes.
just being disciplined and stuff like that.
So where did the discipline come from? Like, that doesn't just come. Like, you're throwing parties in 9th grade. You got a band on you right now. Like, how do you stay disciplined in that?
Seeing the money. I mean, for me, it was just seeing the money, and it was like, hey, if I made this doing 1 party, how many can I make doing 2? How many can I make if I build a team? You know what I'm saying? Because you really can't do it all yourself. And that's where a lot of people feel that is not empowering the people around them. So.
Whoa, because that's real. Like, but it's scary too, because a lot of people in power be nervous that they will not only empower somebody and they'll supersede them, but they'll leave them and act like they never did anything for them.
But that's what you want. Why would I mean, we spoke about like Ghost Kitchen. Ghost Kitchen, I have a partner. My partner is young. He's younger than me. He's actually, today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Manuel Edwards. Like crazy smart.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm only as good as the people I got around me, the people I empower. If I'm the only person that's doing great and making money, how great or good can we be?
Man.
So for him, we partnered. We had an idea. We went and did it. I'm all about, even if I hire somebody and they come and they have a plan or a situation and say, hey, what about doing this and this and that? Hey, I understand you're working for me as an employee, but maybe we could take that and turn that plan, and now we're business partners.
Wow.
So I'm not afraid of people surpassing me or doing more than me or anything like that. I mean, we all here to empower and lift each other, because at the end of the day, it may be a time that I may need you. It may be a time that you may need me. And a lot of people don't understand that with business. You know, you have your ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? It's like the stock market. You know what I'm saying? You got ups and then you got downs. You making money, then you're not making money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to maneuver through it.
And keep the relationship.
And keep the relationships. And that's what I always tell people. Hey, my credit good and my face good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I love to keep those two things like that. You know, I can anywhere that I was at, I can return and still do business. I can do business not even on a dollar, on a handshake, just because of who I am and my character.
Right.
So yeah.
So from there, and you built something. So you built something. You're in the entertainment industry for a while, but then you transition into real estate. You partner up and do food, and then you get into financial management. Like the expansion, I'm super like fixated on, because like that it can be difficult, especially when you're making money in one field. So what made you say, okay, I'm making money in this field, we're growing, we're building, let me get into this, let me get into that, and let me keep these both going, because that's only gonna bring me more passive income. Like some people get lazy, get comfortable. You might be getting too much money. Like, what was it? The chase of the money? Like, what was it that kept you expanding or keeping you expanding?
It's just really you want to have multiple streams of income. So for me, I like to get some things rolling. I like to put it on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? So just like right now, I mean, autopilot. Like for instance, I'm here doing this interview with you. The restaurant's still open.
Getting some money, yeah.
So you still want to make money while you're not there. So, and I think that's what a lot of people have problems with, is starting a business. They turn it into a job instead of understanding, hey, let me get this together. Let me put and empower people and put them in position. Get working. You got to learn to let go. You know what I'm saying? Things are going to happen. You're going to hire people. You're going to fire people.
Right.
But at the end of the day, one thing I believe is you always want to make more money than you lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to, you know what I'm saying? So profit margins, you want to keep it like that. You know, that's really, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to do those things because of the people that I have around me that's able to take care of stuff. And they may not do it exactly how I would do it. You know,
how did you let that go, though? Because that's the hardest part, especially for bosses and people who do it all on their own. How did you let that part go and be like, nah, they're going to do it how they do it? It's done efficiently, sufficiently enough for us to keep going. We're good.
Right. So for me, when I say they may not do it how I would do it, they would still do it and get it done, and how I would teach them. But you have to understand. You have to understand one thing. Everybody's not you. Everybody's not me. So at the end of the day, they learn off of me, but then they still go out and figure a way to where it works for them.
Yeah.
So it's about also, I don't like to micromanage people.
That's the worst thing
you know what I'm saying?
Especially
so
to a good worker.
Right. But now I do like to come in and check.
Yeah.
And make sure that, hey, it's getting done. If it's not getting done, we got a problem, we got an issue.
Right. So was firing ever hard for you? Letting somebody go or moving forward and having to let somebody go?
I'll say probably my earlier on years, but when you know where you try to go and it's not fitting right, my first step is not also to fire someone.
Okay.
I could have someone that could be washing dishes and I say, hey, this isn't working, but maybe you'll do better on the grill.
Wow.
So before we even get to that point like that, I want to know, I want to know why it isn't working or how you look at it. I don't always look at it and be like, I can't work with this person because they ain't doing this. It's just like the basketball team. You feel me? You got 5 people on that court. 5 people got different positions.
Right.
Everybody play a position.
Right. Everybody
when that
shoot.
Position ain't working, you got to move some stuff around. That don't mean that the person just going off the team. We all know, even the Bulls, what did they get Dennis for?
Rebounds.
To rebound.
Bounds.
That's it.
He don't need no points.
It wasn't about nothing else. You feel me?
And he was a superstar for him.
And he was a superstar for rebounding.
I mean, come on. And playing your role to the best of your ability is the key to success to a team.
Right. Hey, look at the cartoons.
Come on.
What about the Power Rangers?
Come on.
They was as strong when they was what?
They put that transformer together.
All together.
Come on. I love it. I love it.
About.
So building, empowering these things that the royal family, like, that's what we are about. Like, that's what the King TV Network is about, empowering, giving people the opportunity to be heard, giving them chances. Like, that is, like, man, beautiful. Now, you specifically said you got good credit. Why is good credit good? Like, why is that even a good thing to have?
I mean, credit is more than good. It's great. It's one of the best things in America, the things that we have access to, a lot of people don't have access to overseas. Right. But credit is great to have because you can consistently go and get money over time and time and time. But it's not just about having a good credit score. It's about having a strong file. And when I say about a strong file, it's a collective like data points. You know what I'm saying? Are you paying on time? How many accounts you got? Do you have high limits? So it's different things like that. So, I mean, I can sit up here and take a person all day and structure their credit right. You know what I'm saying? Once I structure their credit, we go and apply for certain things like loans or credit cards to get stuff on their actual personal credit. But where it really kicks in at, once you get past that part and then you start leveraging your personal credit to build your business credit.
Let's get into it.
So then you're moving everything over from your personal to your business. Mm-hmm. So now you basically operating strictly off business. So I like to call it like the peekaboo game, hide and go seek. And the reason why I say that is because I can walk into KeyBank right now. Say I'm trying to buy a house. Mm-hmm. They say, okay, your debt to ratio, your DTI is too high, whatever. I got a car. Okay, cool, car's gone. All I'm gonna do is take the car and move it to a business name.
Really?
They ain't gonna know where the car goes. It's gonna show that it's paid off on the report.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think with
playing the game.
It's just playing the game. Yeah. And a lot of people just don't know how to play the game. And this is the game that's been played for many years. Mm-hmm. You know, so for me, I love to keep my options open as far as my actual personal profile.
Really?
So like I say, I have probably like over 20 revolving accounts.
Really?
Yeah, just like personal accounts, lines of credit. But typically for me, I just use my personal credit, and I basically have slots in trade lines. So if a person wants a trade line, then they can purchase a trade line from me.
What does that mean?
Trade line is basically an authorized user. So for instance,
they can use that line of credit because you've accessed, because they got the permission.
Right, and so now it embedded with their file. So, that's how, off my personal credit, how I'm able to make money off of those things.
Wow.
But as far as if I want to go do anything or spend any money or any investments, I access my business credit. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Say if I want to go buy a house or something like that, and then it requires me with putting $25,000 or $30,000 down.
Right.
I should go access one of my lines of credit through one of my companies.
Wow.
Once I do that, I'm just putting that percentage down, but I'm also going to the bank and making them basically take on the loan.
Right. So you never had to hit your personal?
I never had to hit my personal, and I never had to spend any cash.
Any cash out of your own? Wow.
No. How a person going to know? Not a person. Let's talk about banks.
The banks, yeah.
At the end of the day, if you went to Wells Fargo, you went to Huntington, you went to Key, you're getting money from all those banks.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're using your personal profile to basically help with your business, so they're running your personal credit, but the actual loan is going to show on your business. It's not showing up on your personal. Ooh. But the inquiry is show up on your personal.
Really?
So this only an inquiry, but it's different things to where you can clean those inquiries and get them off.
Right.
So we're talking about going to get bags after bags after bags.
Wow.
But again,
it starts with the personal, though.
It starts with the personal. That's the way. Everybody has their different way of doing it, but for me, I'm starting off with the personal.
Okay, so with that, you leverage the personal. How long does it take to build the business credit up to get lines of credit that are worth, the 5, 10s, 20s? Like, how do you get to that? Or is it you come in with a good credit history on your personal, and boom, it opens up that business? So,
all right, I like to call files right now, like I said, you said you got a lot of viewers, 18, 28. This free game. You got most of them guys or girls that's around that age, 17, 18, once they turn 18, as long as their parents didn't access their credit and mess anything up, they come in, I like to call it a ghost file. Mm-hmm. That's what I call it personally. Because there ain't no terminology anybody else use or anything, a ghost file. Once I pull up their file, they really ain't going to say nothing there.
Right.
All right, cool. For me, the quickest way, we're talking maybe 3 months on a lower scale, on a higher scale, maybe 6. We're talking about, first thing, it's free game. All I'm doing is going straight credit unions.
Really?
Straight credit unions. Basically going straight credit unions and basically getting with those credit unions and open up bank accounts. if you're working or anything like that, you want your checks to go direct deposit.
Right.
Then you want to get secure loans. Secure loans with them secure credit cards. Now you got them secure loans, secure credit cards. Those
only goes past certain limits.
no, but it's because you're building a relationship. They're going to be more receptive to giving you money.
Okay.
So now you're talking where you do that with them credit unions for them 3 months. So now you're talking once you do. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, because I get where you're going, because this,
Right.
I mean, game is like crazy, but because I don't want it to go over their head. What is the difference between a secure loan and an unsecured loan? Because there is a difference.
Right. So basically, the secure loan is basically you putting up your own money.
Right.
You putting up
So you can never go past that amount of money.
Right. So you putting up, say you put $2,000 up. That's basically the money. Once you pay into that, then it's released back to you on your account.
On your credit now, though.
Yeah, but it'll embedded with your file.
I mean, that to me is more important than getting an unsecured credit card with a limit and it's just you don't know how to use that money.
Right, but not even that. I tell people all the time, why go get a card and get $500 when we can do it the right way and get $20,000? You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to understand, these banks or these underwriters, they're
4 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking at, okay, cool. He only got a $500 credit card. Why are we gonna trust him with $20,000 credit
Right.
card? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Within those 3 to 6 months, you got the secure loan. I mean the secure loan, and you got a secure credit card. So at the end of the day, if you working or you got $2,000, you can start with one credit union. Put that money on a secure credit card. But you don't want to sit up there and do the whole 24 months. After it reports, then you want to pay that down to at least, I would say, to where you only using 10% of it. Because now your utilization going to be high. So it's going to show up on your file.
And look good.
Right. So, but if you do it that way, now your utilization is low. Then once you get that money back, you can go use that same money, go to another credit union.
Wow.
And do the same thing. So within that time, with adding trade lines, I would say adding a trade line with a high history. But come on now, you got to make sense now.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go and
Start scamming.
No, not scamming, but
that's exactly the difference, though. Like,
yeah, it's a difference. But
it's
like,
complete.
If you 18 and you go buy a trade line from somebody and they done had the trade line for 30 years and it show up on your file, now you got 30 years of history. That don't make sense.
Right.
The bank and the underwriter gonna look at that like, dude, you're 18, 19, or you're 21. You only can have credit for 3 years because
Right.
your file don't really show up until you 18.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense.
So you're trying to get
Right.
it.
So now we talking if you 21, we want to put some lines, maybe like some stuff on there to where some trade lines where it's like if you're 21, 18, 19, 20, 2 years, 3 years history. You know what I'm saying? So now it's showing your credit history of 2-3 years.
And you've been doing something.
Right. But like I say, when you go get with these credit unions, and like I say, I'm gonna throw a few out that's really good. Like I said, everybody knows Navy Federal is really good. You got Andrews is really good. You got Apple Credit, and then you got Langley. So like Langley, I like them. You really don't have to do much as far as getting with them. Navy Federal, you have to know someone to get in that's already a member. Yeah, so you can get grandfathered in that way. But as far as that, I mean, you're talking if you take them steps, you're getting $20,000 in a credit card. But then you also have to know what credit cards to go for. You don't want to go in there and go for a Navy Platinum or a flagship card. You definitely want to go for the rewards card. That's the first card that they definitely giving a bag out of $20,000. Yeah.
See, that's the little game though.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
you need, because you can look at all them cards like, which one?
No, yeah.
And now the reward one, they're gonna be like, congratulations.
Yeah. So, and like I say, you just want to structure it. And I mean, it just takes time.
Talk about that, being patient.
Yeah,
and
being patient.
consistent.
Yeah.
What is that? You say it takes time to build something like let's say, I just want to give you kind of a scenario. Like, okay, you've been building your credit for 2 years, and on the personal side, and now you moving into the business side, and you got your first business account, you got your first line of credit for, let's say, $15,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
What steps from that point of 18 and not being a ghost to $20,000 in business credit would it take to get there? Like, is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Like, what does that look like to be like, okay, I have enough on my credit personal to get this business credit and to keep it moving and to get a $15,000-$20,000 line of credit?
In your business or in personal?
Business.
In business, I mean, we're talking, I would say, after that 6 month time.
Wow, really?
You know what I'm saying?
If
I would
you
say
do it
6
right.
months. Yeah, I would say 6 months is just if you're like on fire, straight on key, what you're doing, how you know how your report update and you went and did all those steps, because now you got 6 months of payment history. Well, actually, I wouldn't say 6 months. I would say typically you want to give yourself 10 months to a year.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because now you're showing that you had all this other stuff on your file as far as for 10 months to a year.
Yep, and you paid on it.
Yeah, and you've been paying on it. You got 100% payment history. But then like I say, the best place I would say to go and to dub back, and even if you're doing a business, is to go back to the credit unions as well and start there, because they actually do a lot of stuff as far as business as well.
Wow. See, I thought the credit union was just to cash the check and get up out of there.
Nah, the credit union is a place where it's a smaller bank. So when you go into them credit unions, especially like I actually been with a credit union probably since I was really like, I want to say maybe 13, 14.
What?
Yeah. So, and you know, as far as like my mom, she always told me about like paying bills. Like she don't really understand how credit all the way how I understand it, but she always taught me just like, hey, pay your bills. But it's crazy because my mom, she had a green box and it always is in the closet, and every time we get home, she going up. That's where all the important stuff is at, my social security card, birth certificate.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But she would she'd get this book out and be writing stuff, and as I got older, I'm like, man, I know the money I spent on the card. I ain't got it, but she was checks and balances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom really played a major part in me as far as learning how to pay bills and stuff on time. And as I got older and learning more, I just like really did more research on it and just really took off with it. But I've been with that credit union probably about since I was 14, 15. They did all my first auto loans. And they're more of a person, like a family type of thing. So, you know, when you're in there, you have the underwriters and everything in there. A lot of people got to understand, too, you want to build those relationships. Because even when you sit down for the applications out, they're going to ask the actual banker about you as well.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
So having a relationship with the bank is important.
Very important.
Now, you've spoken on some dope stuff, man, but I want to really speak on for a second the why you decided to go digital instead of brick and mortar with the Ghost Kitchen, and why that made sense for you. And you're in real estate, so it's not like you couldn't get a building.
No. So when I say we go digital, we actually have a brick and mortar.
Right, but
so yeah. So when I say during COVID, like I say, Emmanuel Edwards, he had came to me. We had talked about it. He wanted to do a restaurant, and a big thing was like Ghost Kitchens. Our actual restaurant is called Ghost Kitchen, and he was just like, man, I'm telling you, with all the COVID and stuff being shut down and everything, everybody wants, if it happens again, we're ready, and it's straight pickup and delivery. I'm like, all right, cool. He hit me about a few times, and then we talked about it. And then I started really like understanding once, I told him, I said, hey, all right, bring me the numbers. Bring me the projections. What's going to sell? And it's like, at his age, I was just really like, dang, he really brought me this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like maybe, hey, all right, I'm telling him bring me this, then I ain't going to hear from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get him away.
Yeah, but like, he really brought it, and like, really, like, yeah, so that's like my homie, like, for real, that's like my little brother, my best friend, for real.
I love it.
So, like, he brought me that, and we went over everything. He started explaining everything, and our location is perfect. You know, we right off the freeway. We can feed the west side. We can get to the west side in 10 to 15 minutes. We can get to the east side 10 to 15 minutes. But then with them also building an opportunity corridor, we can get down through and get to 55th and everything.
Facts.
So we, by our location, it's a great location. And
which is where? Let them know.
It's a 3803 Brook Park. It's Parma Heights, Ohio. It's right off of State Road. But really during COVID, we saw a lot of businesses that went under because they really
at the
location.
And then you'll be able to just service.
And so, and right now we have 2 other restaurants that's within there, which is called Hook's Kitchen, straight fish and fries. It's called Ice Cream. So crazy logo. Ice cream is really good. We got flavors and a lot of different flavors. We got some exotic flavors as well. So a lot of flavors like a lot of people wouldn't have. And then we got another part to the menu, which we call like deep end. So deep end is just basically like fried cookie, chocolate chip cookie, a fried Oreo, or like a Twinkie.
Yeah, like on the South Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so.
I love it, man. Like, but the thing about how, and this is our first time meeting, and I love to tell my people that because they understand that, like, I'm learning as we're talking.
Right,
like,
for sure.
they be like, what does you look like? Nigga, I'm taking this shit in. This shit real.
Yeah.
But just to kind of close it out, I really want to touch on, because it kind of brushed on itself in every part, was partnerships and relationships, and why they're so important, and how you not only maintain them, but how do you get into a partnership? Like, what does that even look like? Because I think some people be like, yeah, let's partner up, and then they don't really bring nothing to the partner.
So getting in a partnership, it's just about just knowing who the person you partner with, and just coming to the table and saying, okay, this is what we're trying to do, and everybody just bringing their talents to the table. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't partner with people and they didn't have the funds, but you know, I brought the funds. But as far as me being a partner, I'm a very hands-on partner. I mean, honestly, you know, for me, I would say my money ain't long enough yet to just throw it out there and say, hey, all right, just let me know how it's doing.
Right.
So for me, I bring a lot to the table as far as, you know, financials and stuff like that, and then branding and marketing. So I just think when you're partnering with someone, just seeing what they're bringing to the table. But then also, I feel as if, too, when me partnering with someone, I would never say, okay, well, I'm bringing all the money, and by me bringing the money, we're going to do a 70-30 split. You know what I'm saying? So everything ain't always just about the money.
That's real, though.
Yeah, so for sure,
the skill is important.
Right, the skill is important, and at the end of the day, I want a happy partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I know, like, all right, cool, they're not bringing the funds, but they're going to take care of this, and that, we can do a 50-50 split.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So
because
being open.
Right, so it's being open, and then also I feel like the people that I partner with, they worth more than me coming in and saying, all right, I'm going to take 70-30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They bring more to the table,
Value.
and it's hard to find people that got the same drive as you.
Right.
So the people that I work with, they got the same drive as me, and or they have a little more drive than me. You know, and it's all about those days to where it's like, okay, today I'm here, they may be here, but then they're here.
Right.
Or we here, and it's like we got to have a powwow talk and to get us motivated to do what we need to do. Mm-hmm. And it's, I mean, listen. We partner and shit ain't right.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, look, this what gotta be done.
Okay.
Yeah, but I ain't trying to
conversation.
Right, I ain't trying to hear none of that. This what gotta be done, because it's about holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell them the same thing. Hey, if I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing, let me know. If I did something that wasn't right, let me know.
Yes.
It ain't
open to receive it.
It ain't no disrespect.
Right. And that's what people take it as, because they take it personally.
Taking it too personal.
How do you not take it so, like, you know it's business, like, but how do you get to that mindset of like, man, this is just business. Okay, I got to step up my game. Or no, they got to get their shit together.
I think that...
and they can still be your best friend.
No, for sure. I think by having like my personal stuff in order, I feel like a lot of people, when stuff is going on, they have, I like to call it indirect aggression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they may not, it may not even be
about you.
Right, it may not even be about me. You feel me? So,
Fact.
you know, and that's what I tell people all the time. Like if anybody that I'm working with, like, what you got going on personally, like, I want to make sure that's in order too.
Yeah.
Because I need for you to be who you need to be while we doing what we doing.
Right.
And if you got all that stuff going on, you're not able to be that person.
Because you're going to bring it in here.
Right. So that's what kind of made me, so you get to a point in a certain age where you like separate a lot of stuff, and I like to call it as far as like an out-of-body like experience. So I give myself out-of-body experiences. When I say that is, it's like how we sitting here, we talking and doing this interview. Mm-hmm. Now, say something, I feel like something wasn't right and all that, I like to take my mind and think about, okay, cool. I look at it as if we're still sitting here and I'm sitting behind the camera.
Really?
Right. So now you're able to look at it from a different view. That's why it's good also when you're recording yourself, you can see like, oh, no, I was tripping. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know how to self-check themselves.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I can self-check myself. I got people as well that I call up like, hey, this what happened. Hey, am I tripping? All right, man. You
So
know
that
you're right.
circle is
I'm tripping.
important.
All right, cool. You know, I got to come back. And I believe in making stuff right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Being
Absolutely.
a man and owning up to, you know what I'm
You
saying?
can't be perfect. You're not going to
No,
be
for
perfect.
sure. Nobody's
but you can
perfect.
stand up behind what you made mistakes on.
For sure.
And that matters. Like,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
be acting like that don't matter. Like, that
Nah,
matters.
so you got people, like I say, man, they walk around holding grudges. I tell people all the time, like, the way I work, I like this is my favorite saying, like, nobody can cut my water off.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and what I mean by that is,
Can't stop your motion.
for sure. And when I say that, it's like more as if a lot of stuff that I do, it's not, even if, okay, that's not working or whatever over there, I'm still able to move and gonna get through it. I'm not gonna let nobody or what they doing stop the goal of where I'm trying to go or where I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, even if situation not good, we gonna work it out. And business is business, and I believe in black and white. Paperwork make the dream work, make the team work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I always believe in black and white paper, and you know, and that's just business.
Real shit. Well, I want to hit the NIL real quick.
Yeah.
Because it's a major change in college sports, but a lot of young kids is getting more money now. So
For sure.
it's hard at 21, 22 getting a bag, but now you getting $1 million, 2, 3. I mean, I think what's his name? Caleb. He may be worth $13 million before he even touch a field in the NFL. So it's like, how have you been able to help in that space, and how have you seen that space kind of develop?
Far as right now, how I've been able just to help is just with like any like athlete or anything like that that's playing college ball. It's just really helping them with their finances. It hasn't really went into a stage of really being like full-fledged like business or anything like that. But what I'm seeing is a lot of them, as the school is the school, the NIL people, the athlete is the athlete. So when that money and everything is coming in, you know, everybody's getting their money and going what they're doing. But it's a lot of stuff that still plays a part. You know, we're talking about taxes. We're talking about making sure, you know, you're not spending all your money investing. You know what I'm saying?
So you should never be broke again.
Right,
basically.
for sure. So what I like to do is just as far as like athletes, as far as that's transitioning from college and going to the NFL, is helping them financially, personally. You know what I'm saying? When I say personally, you got like the agents and stuff, you know, they just work as far as the deals, as far as when they go to the combine, stuff like that. So I like to help with them as far as just financially seeing just their finances, how to maneuver them, where to invest, when to invest. You know, hey, that's not time to buy this and do things like that.
Absolutely.
So,
just being that ear, that eye.
Yeah, just being an ear and an eye, and really just having their best interest.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of athletes or entertainers, you know what I'm saying, they really do get taken advantage of. And at the end of the day, I ain't got to rob nobody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got your own things going on.
And I tell people all the time, I don't want to make money off you. I want to make money with you.
Come on.
So that's my whole thing is, that's why I speak on partnerships.
Yeah.
I want to make money with you. And like I say, and as far as me, like I say, I always create my own opportunities.
Right.
You put me in a room, I'm going to stand on my own too, and
100%.
we're going to make it happen.
Absolutely.
But NIL is, like I say, it's a great thing for the athletes. I think they should have started it sooner.
Yeah.
But it's doing wonders for kids right now. And I just think the next step with NIL right now being the Wild Wild West, because I think it's been around like 2 years, so they really haven't got like a handle on it. I just think it's that just a lot of athletes just having the right people around them to make sure their finances in the best state.
Absolutely. Man, well, I thank you. The last thing you got to do before you get out of here is called get it off your chest. And you've been getting a lot off your chest. You've been getting game this whole time. We truly appreciate that. But I want you to get off whatever you need to get off to the people of what you're about to do, why you needed to come here today, and just let them know and get that off your chest before we see you again.
So as far as what I'm about to do, okay, so this is a big thing. So like right now, everybody keeps talking about a reset or like a recession. So we was always taught, you know, save your money, save your money, save your money. Right now, for me, this is the time where you create wealth. You know what I'm saying? So where you make a lot of money. The houses, right now I'm seeing the houses coming down. Ohio has always been a great market to invest. We're going into a renter's nation. Basically, everybody's going to have to be the rent. They're going to be forced to rent. I mean, just think about it. Most people, what do they make? About $20 an hour. So if you're not a 2-family house income, you're talking about inner city houses. If you're not buying them at $10,000, $15,000 and fixing them up. So if you coming in purchasing at $50,000, you talking about DTI. A single parent ain't really able to buy like that. So it's really positioning yourself and getting into real estate or figuring out a business. And listen, I ain't talking about no hustle.
Right.
Everybody, I'm not looking for no hustle.
Right.
I'm looking to start a business, put on autopilot
Longevity.
while it's making money.
Come on.
So right now, this is the time. If you ever thought about doing something or investing, this is the time to really make the money and to get to be wealthy or to get rich. As far as with real estate, you got commercial buildings. A lot of people buildings and especially inner city buildings is coming down. Like I say, rents is 15% up. So this is the time to invest. It's the time to invest to grab stuff for dirt cheap.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff, but like I say, you really have to understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people go and get money.
Yeah.
They go
the PPP.
Right. So they go get it,
get
but
your taxes returned.
But it's
what
about
should they do with it?
Right. It's about what you do with it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's about having that plan and figuring out what you should do with it. Like I said, at the end of the day, getting money ain't hard. The hard thing is keeping it. You know what I'm saying? It's holding on to
Duplicating it.
Right, duplicating, not hold, duplicating it. There you go. That's new. I'm taking your word, man.
I appreciate
Duplicating that money.
Duplicate it, man.
So yeah, that's it's just the best time. So for me, something that I'm big, I'm gonna do. I would say in the next 2 years, I want to get my portfolio more, and I want to do at least 20, 25 houses as far as rental, and then also commercial
Absolutely.
buildings. Yeah,
That's different. The commercial boys.
No, yeah, for sure.
But I thank you, man. I could sit here all day.
Nah,
listen
we
to
can't.
game. I ain't gonna lie, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Tell them where they can find you one more time because they're gonna want to follow
you can find me on Instagram at King Cash V. I'm on Threads at King Cash V, and then YouTube as well. At King Cash V. So you can follow me on all those platforms. Check me out. I'm always gonna be dropping videos and content. We talk about credit cards and anything else. And also, I got cards here too. I told you I wanted to bring. So
yeah, talk to me.
I wanted to ask you a question. So you got a lot of people. We're talking. Hold on. So this is. Having a whole bunch of cards. So we got we got a platinum.
Jesus.
We got a gold.
These is business cards.
Yeah, those are business cards. So we got a blue. So, but I would say, so we got a navy platinum right here.
Sheesh.
So we ain't gonna get off into the all. I got so many cards in here for reward points. So we got that there. So typically, people, what they would do is, so we got this platinum here, and then we got this here. So this 20 bands right here. Well, 21 to be exact. So as you would ask people, so you got a platinum. This car is about $20,000. So you would ask people and say, what one would you take? So we all know typically what people gonna say.
They're gonna look at that thing.
They're gonna look at this here. So they're gonna say they're gonna take the 20,000.
But I take the car.
Well, my man's right here smart. We're gonna take the card. So we're gonna take the card because at the end of the day, we all know like this. I tell anybody in my family, the dumbest thing is to have is a debit card and spending your debit card. If I spend this card here, I get certain cards that I have, I get rewards points. I'm always gonna get cash back. So all I do is take the money from my actual bank account and put it back on there. But why not do it to where I can get cash back?
For real.
So at the end of the day, I never spend cash. I always spend my credit cards all the time. But a lot of people don't look at it like that because how their mind is trained to think.
Yeah.
So they say, I'm going to take the cash.
Every time.
Nah, so we're not going to do that. We're going to take the credit cards.
Do something at me. Ghost Kitchen.
Oh, so he got those too.
Yeah.
So we got the platinum, the gold, and we got the blue.
Now, they're going to be calling you for this one. Because you get you got 21 right here, and you got about 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so this right here, it's about 10, 20, that's 30. 30, that's 50, 50, 50. So this 70,000.
75 right here.
About 70,
And
75,000.
y'all looking at this still. Y'all still looking at this.
And we probably
these is
still,
heavy too.
Yeah, we still got more in here. So we talking
This is metal.
just in credit cards,
This is real,
maybe
y'all.
in credit cards, about 250,000 just in credit cards.
Right now.
Right now.
And you can use that and leverage that to do whatever you want to do.
Use it, do whatever. I go buy a house with it.
Right. Man, and start getting passive income from
Start
that.
getting passive
and ain't
income.
touch none of that.
Ain't touch none of this.
Can look crazy on look.
But this is
you
what they
playing
want
a
to see.
different game.
So all the youngest out there, all the tap in, the PNCs and all that, only tap in we want to do is get your personal credit together and your
on.
business credit. Why run off on the bank when the bank can be your best friend?
Come on. This is the opposite of scamming, y'all. I'm telling you.
We not
This is the
scamming.
opposite. This is real life. This is where generational wealth comes from.
Generational wealth.
Congratulations on that.
Oh, man, good looking.
You done tricked the game. You
For
done,
sure.
And you done made it your bitch. I love it, man. It's the King TV Network. We out of here with that
All
one.
right.